This is rhythm number 32. I'm going to show you the first line and the second line because this note here ties over into the second line. You are responsible for performing first line, second line, as well as all other lines in number 32. We're back into 12/8, which is a compound rhythm, using the dotted quarter note as our beat. Is the first beat divided? The answer is yes. What's the smallest note value? The eighth note. How many eighth notes are in a dotted quarter note? 3. So there's going to be 3 events that happen here of tas or claps. We have a ta on the first note. The second eighth note would be happen right here, so we'll clap there while we're holding through, and we'll ta here. Same rhythm here. We'll ta, clap, ta. Is the beat divided? The answer is no. Is this beat divided? The answer is no. We will ta, hold through, and clap on beat 4 while we're holding the note through. Is the beat divided? Yes, it is. What's the smallest note value? Eighth note. How many eighth notes are in a dotted quarter? 3. There's going to be 3 events, and they're all tas. Ta, ta, ta. Is the beat divided? Yes. What's the smallest note value? The eighth note. There's going to be 3 events: a ta, clap, and ta. Same rhythm here. Ta, clap, and ta. Is the beat divided? No. We'll ta and hold through. Is the beat divided? Yes. What's the smallest note value used within beat 1? It is the eighth note. How many eighth notes in a dotted quarter? 3. It's going to be 3 events: ta, clap, and ta. Is this beat divided? Yes, it is. What's the smallest note value? Eighth note. There's going to be 3 events. Since this is being held over from here, we're going to clap on the beginning of the beat and ta the other 2 notes. Is this beat divided? No. Is this beat divided? No. We're going to ta on this note, hold it all the way through, clap here to show where beat 4 lands while we're holding the note through. And this gets held all the way over here, and this is where the exercise can get a little tricky and you have to think through your rules and know them very well. Because, is this beat divided? The answer is yes. What's the smallest note value used within this beat? It is the eighth note, so that eighth note, which is part of beat 1. How many eighth notes are in a dotted quarter? There are 3. So we'd have 3 events happen within beat 1. The first one, if we didn't have this tie over, would have been a ta right here. It would be just like this rhythm up here. But we do have this tie over. So we're not going to ta, we're going to clap to show where beat 1 is, and we're going to clap to show where the second eighth note would happen. And then we'll ta on this note. So if I could isolate this for a moment, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sing starting from this note halfway through this measure. Starting from the dotted half note, we're going to ta, clap, and then clap, clap, ta. I'll do that in real time, and I will only do this note through this eighth note. I'm not going to go on for the moment. Here is our quarter note, dotted quarter note pulse. It has to be steady. The eighth note pulse of that is sha da 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 in our compound meter. Da da da. Here we go. Ta ta. Okay, that's what this is. Here we go. Ta ta. All right, going on. Is this beat divided? Yes, it is. What's the smallest note in the division? It's an eighth note. How many eighth notes are in a dotted quarter? 3. There's going to be 3 events here. This is going to be a clap because it's being held over from before. Clap on the first eighth note of the beat. Second eighth note holds here, happens here. So we're going to clap there as well while we're still tying this note, holding it through. And we will ta on this eighth note. Beat 3, is the beat divided? Yes, it is. What's the smallest note value used? Eighth note. It's going to be 3 events. We're going to clap at the start of this event because it's being held over from before. So we will clap at the start of beat 3. We will clap on the second eighth note within beat 3 while we're holding this note through. And we will ta on this note. Beat 4, is the beat divided? Yes, it is. What's the smallest note value? Eighth note. We're going to have 3 events. We're going to clap on the first one because it's being held over. We'll mark where beat 4 starts while we're still holding the note. And we'll ta here and ta here. This beat. Is the beat divided? Yes, it is. How many? What's the smallest note value? Eighth note. We're going to have 3 events happen of tas or claps. We're going to ta on this note. We're going to ta on this one, which is where the second eighth note value within beat 1 starts. And we will clap on the third eighth note value, which happens on the second half of the quarter. So this will be ta, ta, clap. Is the beat divided? Yes, it is. What's the smallest note value? Eighth note. There's going to be 3 events happening. Ta, ta, and clap. Is this beat divided? The answer is no. So we're going to ta and hold through to the next beat. Is beat 4 divided? Yes, it is. Smallest note value is the 8th note. There's going to be 3 events. Since this is being held over, we will clap on the beginning of beat 4 while we're holding that note. And we'll clap and then ta and ta. Is the beat divided? Here, no. Is the beat divided here? No. We will ta and hold through. We will clap while we're holding the note on beat 2 to mark where beat 2 is. Is beat 3 divided? No. Is beat 4 divided? No. We will clap on beat 3, not voicing anything because there's a rest there. We will clap on beat 4 in the rhythm of dotted quarter notes to line up with the metronome click. All right, lines 1 and 2. Let's see if I can get it correct in the first time. Hopefully that's the case. Here is our dotted quarter note pulse. This is the speed of dotted quarter notes. 8th notes would go ja da 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 da. Remember, you can go quickly. You may also slow it down very much as long as it's steady. Ja da 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 da. Here we go. Ta 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 ta. All right, that was line 1 and 2. One of the ones in here I clapped that was a little faint, but I believe you can hear it. Here we go.